Amputee, a person who has had a limb removed. The amputee athlete won a gold medal, proving that physical limits can be overcome. Preliminary, preceding or done in preparation for something fuller or more important. The safety board released a preliminary report suggesting that human error might be the cause. Transponder, a device for receiving a radio signal and automatically transmitting a different signal. The ground radar failed to detect the aircraft because its transponder was turned off during flight. Taxiways, a path for aircraft at an airport connecting runways with other facilities. The pilot was instructed to hold short of the runway and wait on the taxiways. Wreckage, the remains of something that has been badly damaged or destroyed. After the storm, crews worked tirelessly to remove the wreckage of the fallen trees from the street. Crumpled, crushed to form wrinkles and creases. The crumpled remains of the vehicle showed the immense force of the high-speed collision. Cockpit, a compartment for the pilot in an aircraft or spacecraft. The modern cockpit is equipped with advanced digital displays to help pilots navigate safely. Directive, an official or authoritative instruction. All employees must follow the new safety directive to prevent accidents in the warehouse. Rigorous, extremely thorough, exhaustive, or accurate. The scientists conducted a rigorous study to ensure the new medicine was safe for the public. Jolted, pushed or shaken abruptly and roughly. The sudden turbulence jolted the passengers, causing some to spill their drinks. Indebted, owing gratitude for a service or favor. I am forever indebted to the doctor who saved my life after the accident. Wintry, characteristic of winter, very cold or snowy. The region was hit by a wintry blast, leaving the city covered in thick white snow. Gusts, sudden strong rushes of wind. High wind gusts during the storm caused several old trees to fall on the power lines. Treacherous, presenting hidden or unpredictable dangers. Driving on the icy mountain roads became treacherous as the sun began to set. Snowiest, having the most snow. February was the snowiest month ever on record for the city. Judicial, relating to a court or a judge. The government is facing pressure to reform the judicial system to ensure faster trials. Diplomatic, of or concerning diplomacy. International leaders are calling for a diplomatic solution to the ongoing border dispute. Defiant, showing open resistance, bold disobedience. Despite the warnings from the international community, the regime remained defiant. Far-right, the extreme right wing of a political party or spectrum. The proposed policy has been strongly supported by the far-right finance minister. Militant, favoring extreme, violent, or armed methods. The government has banned several militant groups to maintain peace in the border area. Soaring, increasing rapidly. Families are struggling to pay their bills due to the soaring prices of food and energy. Overhaul, a thorough examination of a system with repairs or changes made. Experts are calling for an urgent overhaul of the nation's aging power grid. Maltreatment, cruel or violent treatment. There are new laws designed to protect vulnerable groups from physical and mental maltreatment. Systemic, relating to a system, especially as opposed to a particular part. The report highlighted systemic issues within the organization that led to the data breach. Parliamentary, relating to or enacted by a parliament. The committee presented its findings after a long parliamentary review process. Prominently, in a way that is easily seen or noticed, significantly. The issue of climate change featured prominently during the recent global summit. Notwithstanding, in spite of legal, a clause allowing laws to operate despite certain rights, the province used the notwithstanding clause to protect its new policy from legal challenges. Invoked, cited, or appealed to as an authority for an action. The Prime Minister invoked emergency powers to deal with the national crisis. Controversial, giving rise to public disagreement. The city's plan to build a new highway through the park remains highly controversial. Secularism, the principle of separation of the state from religious institutions. The debate over secularism in schools has intensified over the past few months. Tyrant, a cruel and oppressive ruler. The people rose up against the tyrant who had suppressed their freedom for decades. Unanimous, fully in agreement. The committee reached a unanimous decision to approve the funding for the local library. Legislative, having the power to make laws. The legislative branch is responsible for debating and passing new bills into law. Electorate, all the people in a country who are entitled to vote. The candidate is trying to appeal to the younger electorate with her climate change policies. Democratically, in a way that follows the principles of democracy. The new law was adopted democratically by the members of the National Assembly. Quotas, a fixed share of something that a person or group is entitled to receive. The new trade agreement includes higher export quotas for local farmers. Conservationists, people who advocate for the protection of the environment. Local conservationists are working hard to protect the endangered species in the forest. Alleged, said without proof, to have taken place. The alleged thief was seen entering the building shortly before the alarm went off. Allegedly, used to convey that something is claimed although there is no proof. The man allegedly stole the luxury car and drove it across the state border. Flagging, signaling to someone to stop. A witness helped the victim by flagging down a passing police car for help.